Opendoor is destined to make history and becoming the #1 short squeeze stock of all time. You heard that right, my friends, of all time. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you why this setup on Opendoor is actually way more bullish than anything we've previously seen when it came to AMC and GME combined, all right? I'm going to be telling you guys exactly why, and in today's video, we're going to be also discussing where is this ticker heading and exactly at what level should you get in, should you get out, right? What are some actual realistic freaking expectations to have when it comes to Opendoor? Because listen, it will be easy for me to come here and tell you guys it's going to $150. It's going to $150, right? Like a lot of these YouTubers do, right? And just get you guys amped up. But it's hard, and it's actually beneficial for you. It's hard for me, but beneficial for you to actually give you guys some guidelines when it comes to realistic price projections as to where this ticker's heading. Now, listen, Opendoor's a ticker, which about a month ago, right? We made a video on it, right? So I'd made about a couple videos on it, right? Some were bullish, some were bearish. But when it was falling off an edge, right? And it fell from $5 to $3.50. This is what I came out and I said. This is not over when it comes to open. This is not over when it comes to open. Now, and yet, bam, right? Now, since then, I mean, it sucks, but when I made this video, a lot of people bought it. And then it went down to 170, okay? Which it does suck, but listen, in that video as well, I explained to you guys that these are extremely, extremely volatile tickers, and you do need conviction when it comes to buying them. So, again, remember that. Even in today's video, anything I say bullish about this ticker, this is a ticker which has gone up. How much has it gone up? Let's see how much has it gone up in the past open stock. In the past month. It's up over 100% the past month. Okay? So, it being up over 100% the past month, you need to analyze this and manage your position sizing correctly. Right? So don't go ahead and please don't use anything more than you're willing to lose, considering, again, this is a short squeeze stock, right? Meaning that it has massive upside potential, or they're going to rug it and they're going to get destroyed. Now, let's talk about what was I talking about when I was saying that Opendoor setup is actually a lot more bullish than AMC and GME. So the problem with AMC and GME was, guys, that the companies, they could not, the hype got the best of them, right? The hype got the best of them, and they couldn't contain their greed. They really couldn't contain their greed. What am I talking about? Well, when a stock is going up, right, one of the reasons why, let's talk about first how a short squeeze even works, okay? So I really need to figure out from what angle I want to approach this at so I can paint a whole complete picture for you guys. So let's talk about, first of all, how does the stock market work in the first place, right? It's supply and demand. When supply is limited, and demand increases, what happens? Prices go up. That's it, right? Now, here's the thing. How does shorting work? When you short a stock, you sell it and you pray to God that it becomes cheaper so you can buy it back and return it, okay? That's it. Now, if the prices go up and you end up needing to sell it, now you sell at a loss, okay? You predicted it was going to come down. It went up. You close your position at a higher price. Now, how does that actually affect a short squeeze? How does that create a short squeeze? Because if you're going ahead and you're selling it at, let's say, 3, and you're expecting it to come to 2, but it goes to 5, so now you have to buy back at 5, okay? If you have to buy back at 5, what you're doing there is not only are you taking a loss, but you're actually also creating demand at the $5 level. You're also creating demand for the $5 level. You're now a buyer at the $5 level. Right? So what does that do? Well, the next guy that's in the same position as you maybe has to cover at 520, 530, 540, 560. And that's how we get these massive freaking, green boners, right, on our chart that are going absolutely crazy to the upside, right? So that's how a short squeeze really works. Now, what was I talking about? What happened with AMC and GME? Well, what AMC and GME did is that they went ahead, and as the demand was increasing, they messed with the supply. So they added to the supply of the stock in order to raise funds for the company. So they had what's called an offering, right? A public offering, a direct offering, or even a private placement, right? In order for the company to be able to raise funds. You need to understand that the stock is not the company and the company is not the stock. There are certain things that are bad for the stock that are good for the company. For example, being raising funds, like a public offering, like I just said, right? How does that affect the stock, right? Well, what happens is that it adds supply to the stock, and all of a sudden, the company has more funds to go ahead and invest in this and invest in that, and maybe focus on research and development, maybe focus on marketing and sales, whatever it may be. So think of it like this: when you own a piece of the stock, right, you own a tiny piece of the company, correct? Right? Now, let's say that you are a pie owner. Let's say you own a pie, okay? Let's think of this situational company as a cake, okay? So there's a cake, right? And you own one piece of the cake, right? The cake has 10 pieces. There's 10 pieces to the pie, and you own one piece of the pie, okay? Now, if you own one piece of the pie out of the 10 pieces, congratulations, you're a 10% owner of the pie, right? Because there's 10 slices, you own one slice, 10% owner, correct? Now, let's say that people come into the bakery and you're the only person with this pie, okay? You and 9 of your other buddies. And they're like, oh man, that pie looks really good. Can I get some? Can I get some pie? Can I get some pie? Can I get some pie? And now people are saying, hey, I want a piece of the pie. I want a piece of the pie. So the demand for this piece of pie is increasing, correct? A lot more people want this piece of pie. So what does that do to the worth of your piece of pie? It goes up. The percentage stays the same, but the worth goes up. Now, let's say that the baker comes out with another cake that looks exactly like your cake. What the hell? What the hell, baker? Well, all of a sudden, you're no longer a 1 out of 10 pieces of cake owner. You're now 1 out of 20. Because there's 2 now. You're now 1 out of 20 cake owners. Okay? 1 out of 20 pieces cake owners. So your ownership went from 10% to all of a sudden 5%. But guess who gets rich? The baker. The baker. The baker is the company. So what we want to analyze is going to be, hey, what are the odds that this baker goes ahead and screws us over? What are the odds that this baker goes ahead and puts out another cake to raise some money? This is where, once we do a little bit of digging when it comes to open, we realize why it's actually bullish. So the number one reason why the baker would come out with an extra cake is because the baker is broke. The baker is poor. The baker's also got bills to pay. Okay? Now, how does that work in the company's sense? If the company has financial struggles, if the company is financially restricted and needs the funds, they're going to go ahead and they're going to see this opportunity. I hope my mic is working. They're going to see this opportunity and they're going to be like, dude, I'm buying it. I'm selling these shares. I'm putting these shares into the company. Let me just move my mic real quick. Now it's making me paranoid. All right. Okay. That's not working. Let's stick them together like this. How about that? All right. Anyways, right? So the company's going to go ahead and raise some funds, right? If they need the money. In the case of Open, when you go ahead and you go through their financial earnings, the numbers I'm about to share with you are based off their most recent SEC filings. The company is $272 million profitable every single quarter. They're cash flow positive. They're making more money than they burn. Now, to you guys, you may think, well, obviously, no shit. But this is not normal for a majority of companies. Majority of companies, the way they survive is by selling shares. For example, let's go to like one of my other videos, okay? Let's go to one of my other videos. Because again, right, this is something that I pay a lot of attention to. So let's go to videos. Let's go to, for example, AZTR. Crazy too, guys. He said $1. Which I was very bearish on. I said buy it at $1. $1? Yes, I said $1. I'll buy it at $1. I'll buy it in shambles. The company. Look at this. The company has negative $700K in the bank, and they're burning 2.94 every single quarter, leaving it with 0 months of cash. Now, this is not a good example because they were so damn broke. But let's go to something like a BTI. Let's do BTI. Recover to the $7 to $8 levels by the end of this week, or is this a ticker which is done for good? I don't think we did it for BTI. That stood for Thar. I'm pretty sure we did it for Thar. There's really only a handful of them. All right, I'm one of them. Ross Cameron is one of them. You're trading this stock. Look at this. Most recent, right? So the company has $4 million in the bank. They're burning $2 million every quarter, leaving them with 6 months of cash. So in 6 months, they got no money. But when you compare that to Open Door's numbers, Open Door's not going broke. So now we figured out, okay, their financial motivations are low. But what are the odds that they can go ahead and do so? Historically, has this company gone ahead and have they diluted a lot? Have they gone ahead, has every time the baker seen people want cake, he's been like, make another one, make another one? Or does he sometimes go, nah, it's sold out, sorry, sold out, yep, come back tomorrow, right? So let's go over here and let's look at the numbers. So historically, they've also not done much dilution. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Their overhead supply is also low, meaning they can't go ahead and do so right now. The way I like to think about the overhead supply is, does the baker have the ingredients to go ahead and make the cake, make another cake right now? Their overhead supply is low. They can't. Now, institutional ownership, seeing at 44%. Amazing, wonderful. This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. All right, now listen, this video is running a little bit long, so I'm going to come out with another video giving you guys my price predictions, but let me tell you something. Those price predictions are going to be bullish. So if you want that video, if this video gets over 100 likes, I'll come out with that video before this weekend. Before this weekend ends, I'm going to come out with another open door video telling you guys exactly at what levels you should be looking to take profits. And I'm telling you, the answer is going to be a good one. Okay? You're going to like it. It's going to be a bullish one. So hit the thumbs up button. 100 likes, I'm going to come out with another video. Today's video, I was just comparing open door to AMC and, you know, freaking, now let's look at AMC's number. Look at this, historical high. So what does it say historically high? Because all they did during that phase was come out with more shares and 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 come out with more shares. And even their cash need, look at their cash need. The company only has 10 months of cash left on hand. They have 404 million in the bank and they got 115, they're burning 150. So look, the company has 10.5 months of cash left on hand based on a quarterly cash burn of 150 million and an estimated current cash of 404. This is based off the most recent SEC filings. Crazy, crazy stuff. So this video was that, and next video I'm going to be telling you guys at what levels to, you know, lock some profits and walk away from this sticker. And 100 likes, that's it. That's what I asked for, 100 likes. That's my price. Now listen, if you're new to the stock market, okay, or you've been trading for a while and you want some more consistent results, I got good news for you guys. I added 10 more spots for the 50% sale which we have going on in our community right now to the Discord, which will give you access to my buys, my sells, my swing alerts, my day trade alerts, my option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access, you name it, we got it. Listen, wait, relax. Oh, he's showing us Discord. No. You're right to be skeptical. You should be skeptical. If you're not skeptical in today's era, you're an idiot. You should be skeptical. But here's what makes our Discord different from every other Discord. We offer a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. We already have 400 plus members coming back month after month after. We're already coming on. Previously, we used to do a 7-day free trial. Now we're doing a 14 days free trial. 2 whole weeks free of charge. Give it a shot. My man Wilson says, hi Sam, thank you for hard work, for your hard work. All the community, my 7-day free trial finished. It was great. I think I can afford a membership after this week. 7K in 7 days he brought in. I'm like, let's fucking go, bro. More like you can afford it for the next decade. We've been kicking ass day in, day out, guys. We've been absolutely crushing it, right? Before joining Top Trade Academy, on that negative 12 kids. Thank you for your alerts and DD today, guys. To my demo was. Let's jump to the present days, a little bit older ones. Literally yesterday, 1,500, 7K, 115, 433, $39, which is small, but it's still green, right? The day before that, 2K. I panicked this morning, but the market conditions are helping you up through the day and the green realized profits. I mean, look at this. When is this? This is literally last week, Friday. 6x from when I joined this Discord. My goal was 1K to 5K in less than in a month. This Discord is the best, by far the best. All thanks to Jason. These are the other mentors alongside myself. The community comes with an access to a bunch of traders who've been trading for freaking 20 plus years, guys. Right? And the reason why I've hand selected these folks as other mentors is because honestly, they're better than me. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I think it's egotistical for me to say that I'm the best at. This is the problem, right? You join a lot of these discords. The main guy wants to say, I'm the best options trader, I'm the best long trader, I'm the best swing trader, I'm also the best short seller, I'm also actually the best due diligence guy. I'm just the best, man. That's not how I work. I have put together a team of people who have their strengths, and that's all they do. That's it. I do what I'm best at, they do what they're best at. right? And we're killing it. They're in here every single day, kicking ass day in, day out, man. I'm telling you guys, right? Listen, I would never ask you guys to try something that I wouldn't do myself, right? Give the 7-day free trial or the 14. It's 14 days now. It used to be 7. Now it's 2 weeks. Give the 2 weeks free trial a shot. If you're not in the options class, then with this Discord snapshot, actually no reason you shouldn't be winning. First day I would have been listening to Sam, I would have had 1,800 more in the day. Great call with Sean. Yeah, back in finding the Discord good was truly a blessing. Up 18% use maybe pause it and read some of these, man. You know, maybe. Thanks for teaching me a thing or two about a thing or two. Cheers to Uptrade Academy. Proof is in the pudding. We've been going crazy, guys. All right, that's it. You know, that's it. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Just give it a shot. It's 14 weeks free trial. 14 weeks free trial. You know what I'm trying to say, man. I'm losing my mind here. And anyways, that's all, right? I'm going to continue scrolling. Maybe you guys can pause it and read some of these, okay? And yeah, that's all. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for watching. Happy listening trading. I look forward to meeting you guys in Top Trade Academy. 7-day free trial, lower subscriber. $22,000. Thank you. I know this exit video this later in the video kind of ran a little bit long, but I also don't really check these out, so I was just reading them and they were making me feel good, so sorry about that. Low honesty, right? Thank you for watching. Happy listening trading. Your boy Sam from Top Academy.